is in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today we've got an NFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Green Bay Packers. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And off we go from Lambeau. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, LA! Puka Nacua, 74 yards. And the Rams have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Well, one word for that opening play call, and that is aggressive, but it works. First play from scrimmage, long touchdown pass.
Well, let's be honest about it. In our production meeting last night, we talked about when would the secondary get tested. I did not say they'd get tested on play number one. I knew as the game went along, they would take their shots. But that, as you said, a bold strike and very successful right out of the gate.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And space tough to come by there. So he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
2 yards on the pickup.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Throwing left side. Watson has it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Wow, and that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Again, it's Love. He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Thanks to his effort, they now have a big choice to make here. He just ran them into field goal range with that one, so here come the choices. Do they kick it here, or do they trust him to make another big play and possibly get a first down?
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. To throw now, here's Love. And a hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
A gain of 16 yards.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A toss to the wide side. This is Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Stafford. Open man is Atwell, complete.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Stafford looks to throw again.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Now Stafford. This is caught. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Black, 95.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Love from the gun on third down. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He's on his way.
Partner, I think this will want to ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stafford. He's got Higbee complete right side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Kyron Williams, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Rams will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. That right there makes up for that missed extra point they had after the first score.
Yeah, they went ahead and got back to level by going for 2 and having the normal amount of points, so that works out pretty well for them. And if you're the kicker, don't worry about it too much. Now they've got back to where they want to be, he'll try it out there for the next one.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Drill, 52, smash, red, ready?
Love now. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up.
Ready. 60 red. 60 red. Zoom black. Set, cut.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it is caught. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Down. Blue, 32. Set.
Love from the gun. Now he'll tuck this and run. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Hut, hut.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Here we go. Claws red. Black. 90 set. Go. Ready.
Final play of the half. Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Here we go. 33. Yellow. Steel. Black. Set. Go.
The final shot before break. Love. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 to score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
Ready.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. Nice little juke. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Ready. Ready. Drill. 52. 50. Great.
They go bootleg. Love. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Set. Red. 38. Red. Cycle. Set.
Going back to Love. Throw left side complete. That's Watson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Ready. Go. Ready.
Now Love. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Set.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
First down and goal to go.
Shot. Hut.
Jacobs will take this one in for a Packer touchdown.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now, maybe this can loosen them up a little because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
Rail. Yellow. Let's go.
Packers will
Hut,
set
hut.
up for the
Love throwing for it.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Boy, it's only a one-score game. Third quarter, mind you, but they're going to go for the onside kick right here. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first.
This is intercepted.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
intercepted. The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Following the interception, Love. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
33. Yellow. Set.
Throwing. Love. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football. Now zapped right back in the other direction. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And the Packers first down.
On play action. Love to throw. That's to Kraft, the tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, that's in the double coverage and intercepted. And the Rams are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 5.
Throwing is Stafford.
Pass complete there to Nakua.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. That's a jet sweep. This is Adams.
Oh, this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Stafford.
That's to a man who's used to catching passes in the green and gold, Devontae Adams.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Stafford.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 18. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. To the right side and complete to Atwell. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, it's a run for Williams.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming.
A 31-yard attempt.
Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead holds at 8. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores.
Ready.
Love. Able to find his man, Kraft.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Love looking to throw it. That's taken in by Golden.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Now 2nd and 4.
47-yard line.
Ready?
Now Love. That is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Here's Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Love.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
Here's 2nd down.
Hut.
Now Love. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by a Keller Witherspoon. And the Rams have just about sewn up this football game. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was a bit of a strange game.